Surely you've heard of a 5-step plan before. You've probably also heard of a 12-step plan to deal with alcoholism or other drug-related treatments. But have you ever heard of a 39-step plan? No? Well, neither have I, because that sounds absolutely dreadful. Who'd want to take that many steps just to try and deal with just about anything? So don't take the 39-step plan, take this shortcut. But wait, how does that pertain to this game? You'll find out shortly. Actually, it'll take quite a while, but you'll find out. Hiya folks, Fruit and Doggy here, getting back in the 39 steps. And today we're covering Run to the Hills. I can only imagine what we'll be doing in this chapter. Peebleshire. I have to admit, I kind of love that name. I sat down and took stock of my position. I was on the hill. I need to get into the valley. I had a bike, but it wasn't going to be much good. And then it started to rain. Life could be a jerk sometimes. I realized that my vantage ground might be in reality a trap. There was no cover for a tomtit in those bald green places. Insert sexual joke there. Observations from a hill. I eat crabs. There might be a chance in the moors to the right or left. My enemies had located me, and the next thing would be a cordon around me. I didn't know what force they could command, but I was certain it would be sufficient. It really only takes one person with a gun, and I'm done. The aeroplane had seen my bicycle, and would conclude that I would try to escape by road. Yes, they had seen my bicycle. The jig was up. I've got to ditch this bike. Like I ditched the car. Like I ditched the dead guy in my apartment. Like I ditched the milkman's outfit after I was done with it. I'm a ditcher. Then I climbed to a knoll which gave me a view of the two valleys. Now, do I go to the one valley or the two valley? Other times would have liked the place. Particularly when I wasn't being hunted like a wild animal, but now it seemed to suffocate me. The free moorlands were prison walls, and the keen hill air was the breath of a dungeon. Okay, dude, you don't have to be so heavy on the poetry here. I tossed a coin. Heads right, tails left. Tails never fails, we're going left. Did you just lie to me, game? We're going right? My predisposition is always to go right, but then games always seem to be like, no, the correct way is left. Left is the superior direction to go. Then I found the roadman. A man of the road was he.
Good day to you.
He looked at me with a fishy eye. He only had one of them. The other...
The day I ever left the herding, there I was mine master. Now I'm a slave to the government, tethered to the roadside with sair een in a back like a suckle.
A suckleback? Yeah, he only had the one fish eye. The other was more bird-like. Perhaps even snake-like. The plight of the roadmender was a difficult one. Breaking up stones and laying them across miles of Scottish tracks was a tough job indeed. Glad I didn't have to do it, even though it's like, oh, London's so terrible, oh, London's so boring, but really, that job would suck. He was a wild figure, about my size but much bent, with a week's beard on his chin and a big pair of horn spectacles. Truly a wild figure. I mean, spectacles? Beard?
Oh, mercy on me, my head's bursting. I can't do it. The surveyor man just report me. I'm for my bed.
What is your trouble, may I ask?
I'm dying. His trouble was clear enough.
The trouble is that I'm no sober. Last night my daughter Maren was wadded, and the dance still four in the byre. Me and some other chiels sat down to the drinking, and here I am. Pity that I ever looked on the wine when it was red.
Sleep sounds like your best bet.
It's easy speaking. But I got a postcard yesterday saying that the new road surveyor would be round the day. He'll come and he'll no find me.
I have to admit that does look slightly like Bernie Sanders. And I shan't apologize for that statement.
But I doubt that'll no help me, for they ken my kind of no wheelness.
I have no idea what he just said there. Then I had an inspiration. I'll do the work for you. But seriously, how many of these people have had problems simply because they're inept or drunkards?
Where's your house?
I don't know, I'm too drunk. I was directed by a wavering finger to the cottage by the stream.
Well, back to your bed and sleep in peace. I'll take on your job for a bit and see the surveyor.
He stared at me blankly. Then, as the notion dawned on his fuddled brain, his face broke into the vacant drunkard smile.
Hey, you're the Billy. It'll be easy enough managed. I've finished that bingo stains, so you needn't chop any more for noon. Just take the barry and wheel enough metal for your own quarry down the road to make another bing the morn.
Another bing the morn.
Turnbull, and I've been 7 years at the trade and 20 afore that here down in Leith and Water. My friends call me Eki, and Wales Specky for I wear glasses in wake of the sight. Just you speak the surveyor fair and calm, sir, and you'll be well pleased. I'll be back, midday.
I've got the roadman. I borrowed his spectacles and filthy old hat, stripped off coat, waistcoat, and collar, and gave him them to carry home. I borrowed too the foul stump of a clay pipe as an extra property. Man, I've got a propensity for that clay. He indicated my simple task, and without more ado, set off at an amble bedwards. Wish I could have joined him. Wait, no I don't. Then I set to work to dress for the part. Yes, much work was done dressing. I opened the collar of my... Why are we talking about taking on and off clothes? Can we not skip along past this part? I opened the collar of my shirt. It was a vulgar blue and white check such as plowmen wear, and revealed a neck as brown as any tinker's. I rubbed a good deal of dirt also into the sunburn of my cheeks. I was gonna be filthy. My boots did not satisfy me, for they were leather, and I am not a man of leather. But by dint of kicking among the stones, I reduced them to the granite-like surface which marks a roadman's footgear. I broke one of the bootlaces and retied it in a clumsy knot. Man, he's really going hard on this, isn't he? And loosed the others so that my thick gray socks bulged over the uppers. Okay. I bit and scraped my fingernails till the edges were all cracked and uneven. The men I was matched against would miss no detail. Wait a second. Both shoelaces are perfectly normal. He's no roadman! I rolled up my sleeves, and there was a form which might have been a blacksmith's, sunburnt and rough with old scars. From what? A roadman's eyes would no doubt be a little inflamed, so I contrived to get some dust in both of mine, and by dint of vigorous rubbing, produced a bleary effect. I blinded myself. Surely that would throw them off the scent. The sandwiches Sir Harry had given me had gone off with my coat, but the roadman's lunch, tied up in a red handkerchief, was at my disposal. Yes, sandwiches and his lunch... Oh, oops. Oh, I could just click it and it progressed. You lied to me, game. It's like, always do the right turny turn. Wax on, wax on. It's like, no, you can just left click. I feel much lied to. I did up the bundle again and put the paper conspicuously beside it. So conspicuously. You would notice that paper from an airplane in the sky. You could almost even read it. On I went. Did I get the net? I don't think I did. Darn it! On I went, trundling my loads of stone with the heavy step of the professional. Yes, I was quite professional at walking with a cart of stone. Soon I grew warm, and the dust on my face changed into solid and abiding grit. I was so proud of myself.
Are you Alexander Turnbull? I am the new county road surveyor. You live at Black Hawkfoot and have charge of the section from Laidlaw Byres to the Rigs. Good. A fair bit of road, Turnbull, and not badly engineered. A little soft about a mile off and the edges want cleaning. See you look after that. Good morning. You'll know me the next time you see me.
What was this? What? There was a rambling run on if I've ever heard one. It's like he had his statements mixed up. Yes, you'll need to do this, and you're this guy, right? And you cover this territory, and you live here, and also good morning. And the next time we meet, you'll know who I am. What the heck? Clearly my get-up was good enough for the dreaded surveyor. Of course, the next time he came about and saw a completely different man, he might be a bit confused and might question what the heck he saw, but you know, don't think about it too hard. Oh. So I impersonated a roadman, and that's the end of the chapter. Jazz hands. Anyways, I guess that's all, and I'll see you around next time, folks. And as always, fruit and doggy.